Hello and welcome to the first ever YouTube channel. It's going to be a little different. I haven't been doing this before. Everything is just straight raw. I don't care if I mess up, whatever. We just got to get right to it. Get right to it. So most likely you are here from the Instagram that I just shared this video on. So welcome. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be going over the trades that I did today and how I ended the day making about $800. Okay, so let's just get right into it. First, before we move on, please subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this in the future. Like, comment, all that good stuff, and turn on the notifications so it's probably in the top bottom right, so you can be notified when I upload videos. I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos on YouTube now, and yeah, stay tuned. So let's get right to it. I'm going to share right now the Thinkorswim. Here is my trade execution for the day. So right now what we got is the first trades are at the top and the bottom all the way until 12:44. So first entry was about 9:32. Last exit was at 12:44. So about 3 hours of trading. I was basically day trading options, got some calls, got some puts, and let's see what happened. I'm going to be looking at the entries and exits from another browser, but let's go ahead and see. So let's take it from the top. First trade that I took, August 10. Let's filter that. Boom. Let's look at it from the first trade that I took. The first entry that I took was on Lulu. was on Lulu at 9:32. So when you're looking at it right here, what happened was I had Lulu. One sec. Going to a weekly chart, Lulu was making all-time highs, and it broke out. So around 9:32, if we even break it down to the minute chart, Lulu was breaking all-time highs. So here's when I got in, because what makes all-time highs, when all-time highs happens, the stock has a higher chance of pushing. So I end up holding, and then I don't get out of this. I end up adding at around 9:45. So around right here, I get another call on this candle. But then market ends up dumping or pulling back a little bit, and I exit my full position at around 10:38. So around right here. Okay, it continued dumping about $3-4 after, but I ended up taking a loss on this about $500. Now, the second trade that I did, I entered Amazon at 9:53. So I seen weakness in Amazon. Going back to the 5-minute chart now, I had a level on Amazon at around 31.40 and 31.50, 51. So 9:53 was my first entry. So it was on this candle right here. Sorry, this one. So it was holding under 31.51. So I ended up getting one put. And then at 9:59, let me pull up the 1-minute candle. So 9:53 is when I entered. So when it broke this and that level, so when it broke the low of the day and that, and then at 9:59, at around right here, is when I exit. So in 6 minutes, in and out, for a profit of $600. And then I look to re-enter Amazon again, and around 10:01, when I see continued weakness, I get another put 2 minutes later as it's holding under, and then but by 10:04, I exit the put for a gain of $250. Right after that, I see the market continuing to crash. So around 10:41, this was my biggest trade of the day. At 10:41, I'm looking at Square, and it goes under a level, which was the low of the day. Square, if you go to the hourly chart, it's trying to fill a gap, right? It's trying to fill a gap. Let me get rid of the after hours so you can see the gap. Here, this gap right here is trying to fill. So you had this level, 146. I didn't catch it from there. But then after it dumped, there was a level right there at 141.54. So that's what I was watching, 141.54. So going back here, at around 10:41 is when I entered, right here on this candle. As you can see, I waited for confirmation on the break, and I waited for the asks to print below there. So I ended up getting how many contracts? 15 contracts for about, no, actually 10 contracts for 380 bucks each. And then I bought 5 more, excuse me, for 424. For $424 at 10:48. So somewhere in this candle, I end up getting a little bit more. And then by 10:53, somewhere around here in this candle, I exit the position for $1,000 gain, right? So now I'm up in the day about $1,400. And then what I end up doing, I end up getting into a couple of ill-advised trades. I get so hung up on shorting that the market's going to go down, it's going to go down. So I look at Apple, and the first mistake that I see here is that I entered around 11:40, where the volume is probably slowing down. There's not that much activity. And what got me excited about this trade was that it was approaching a critical level of mine. And 11:40 right here is when I entered for puts. I got one put for about 780 bucks, anticipating that it's going to continue dropping. It ends up holding the level at around 11:54, somewhere in this 5-minute candle. I exit for $110 loss. That's where you would think I would get the hint, but instead I end up looking at Square, and here's where I went wrong. Going back to SQ, it went back to that same level of 141.54. So this was around 12:24. So right here, what I'm thinking is, oh, it just gave up that level. It's going to test. Let me just show it from here. So just as if I'm watching it, right? In real time, boom, in my mind, oh, it's going to crash. It went back under that level. It's holding. It's going to crash. So I end up putting in about 2 or 3 grand in puts. However, it's kind of technically considered chop. Why is it considered chop? Because of right here. It's not really breaking out of that range. It still could form a higher low, which it did, and it ended up not breaking out, and I hold way too long, and I exit at 12:44 on this candle for a $550 loss, bringing my total for the day at $786. So again, to know if it's a fake account or not, right, you go and look at the top left here. That's the real account number, real-time data, connected. So I end up on the day up 786 bucks. I was up 1,400, but after those last 2 bad trades with Apple and Square, end up giving back about half of the profit. So instead of 1,400, 800, roughly $800 profit. So what I'm going to learn from this scenario is just make sure that every play is a high probability play. This Square play is definitely not a high probability play. A better play would have been to wait until the break of this. So next time what I'll do is, even if I have this level, I'll draw another level over here, 140.86. And after I do that, I'll wait for it to break, if it does break. And if you look at that towards the end of the day, where potentially more volume is picking up, like compare the volume here, which is 32K, to here. Now that's like 94K, then 142K, right? That's way more volume, which would make it crash. So if I were to enter there on the break of this one, I would have caught, 80-cent move or whatever, would have played it from there. And then even as it retraced and then it held, maybe could have entered here for another $2 move to close out the day. So take every trade as a learning experience. Don't be mad about any losses. Go back and review your trades, learn from what you could do better, and that's how you're going to take a next step forward. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Oh, this is new to me, blah, 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 blah. Subscribe, like, share, turn on the post notifications. Leave a comment what kind of videos you guys would like to see next. I'll try my best to pump out a lot of content, as much content as I can on YouTube. what I should probably do is stop share. So now you see me. Now you see bigger double A. My name is Double A from BK, aka Anas Abdu, aka Mr. Options Trader. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show my journey in trading, show my options trading, show my journey as I am progressing, as I'm learning every single day. So I'm happy that you are here with me watching. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, blah, blah, blah. We'll get better as time goes on. Don't you worry. But as always, stay focused, stay patient, stay consistent. See you guys in the next video.